think those are, as I say, I'm trying to tell you things about Gaza that you don't know already, that you haven't read in the papers. So these tunnels are not secret structures. They're not hidden under buildings. They're in the open. If you were to walk down the border, the street that runs along the border at Rafah, it would strike you as being almost like a row of shops. There are that many tunnels, one after another. And many of them don't even have a cover over them. So you're saying, why is Israel then saying, Egypt has to help us stop this arms smuggling. They're not helping us. Arms are being smuggled through these tunnels. Are they helpless? I don't think so. I think Israel could close the tunnels down with really a single bombing run because they're all out in the open. So what are they doing? They let them operate subject to what I would only describe as random violence. Every now and then they bomb a tunnel. They bomb 2 tunnels, 3 tunnels, or 1,000 tunnels. And the consequence of that is some people are killed. The bombings weaken some of the other tunnels, so their tunnel collapses. There's not a week that goes by without people dying in the tunnels. When the Israelis put pressure on the Egyptians, and this is truly horrifying, on the question of the tunnels, the Egyptians pump methane gas into the tunnels. So people die that way as well from suffocation. So these tunnels, they exist because Israel sees them as I guess I would say, a dangerous check valve on the siege. If there is, for those who can pay, goods can come in. That means that the people with money are not as hard hit by the siege as the 70 or 80% of the people without money. Israel can insist that there's no humanitarian crisis in Gaza because when you go into a store in Gaza, it's not empty. It's not full, but it's not empty. And civil society in Gaza is being undermined by this tunnel business, which is creating a mafia of tunnel operators. It's creating corruption in the government. And it is, of course, creating resentment among the population. So in many ways, it's just another way of undermining civil society and of further drawing Egypt into complicity with the siege. So, meanwhile, there is a pretty simple solution, which would be if Israel would open the crossings, they would have the right to inspect everything into Gaza. The tunnels would not be able to function because they would no longer be cost-competitive, they would close. And Israel would not have to be able to claim that weapons were being smuggled into Gaza. So I would say it has a purpose which relates much more to the overall purpose of the occupation, which is to marginalize and destroy civil society in Gaza, than it does to engage in a military purpose. So that's what I